everyone. Alrighty. Okay. I am in focus. My camera's being weird today. All right. All right. Welcome to your deep stretch today, guys. We are going to start with a warm-up, a light warm-up. We're going to really be deep stretching these muscles today, so I want to make sure that our legs and our upper body are pretty warm and having some blood flow into them so that way we really get that nice deep stretch going. All right. You guys are ready? Then let's do it. We've got about a 4 to 5 minute warm-up. So we're going to start with our feet hip width apart. And we're just going to go ahead and put your hands on your hips, whatever you want. You're just going to rock the hips side to side. Pressing through this hip. So you should feel it in both hips as you're pressing through. And these are all light, very gentle stretches. Then you're going to bring it around town and do a nice big circle. We're going to do 3 circles in each direction. And reverse. Really, as you bring those hips forward, you should feel that stretch throughout your hip flexors. Spend most of our days with them pretty bent the whole time, so really press through. Come right here. We're going to bring those hands up to the head, and we're just going to go into a nice little turn twist back to center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Center. And make sure you stop in the center, keeping that core engaged. We don't want to be swinging through. Keep that control. One more. Arms come out. Big circles to the back as we bend our knees. It doesn't need to be a full squat yet. Just get the body moving. And reverse. Those arms, nice wide circles. All right, we're going to bring it down into a squat. We're going to take it nice and wide. Hands come down on the thighs, being very gentle. You should be able to take your hands right off. We're going to press through our heels here. You don't need to be super low. And we're just going to drop our shoulders. And you're just going to take a twist, looking up towards the ceiling. If you can stay up as well, if this is a little bit too much of a stretch. Side to side, and back to center. We're going to come down into a nice, little bit lower position. If you'd like, you can make your feet a little bit wider. Take your hands off. To be working in this position, you're just going to rock side to side. Straightening each leg. Staying low. About 2 more. Side to side. Now stand it up. Walk those feet in. Find something to hold on to if you'd like. We're going to do a couple leg swings with whatever leg you want to start with first. So I'm going to start with my leg, my left, and we're just going to take it, swing it, lift it up in the front, and send it to the back. Being careful not to arch our back when that leg comes back. Letting gravity do the work. And go ahead and switch sides. That leg up. Okay, and back to center. We're going to take it into and back into our wide little straddle position. And we're going to roll through, bring it down, keep your toes facing forward. And if you can touch your hands to the ground, go ahead and put them on the ground. If not, go ahead and wrap your hands around the elbows. And you're going to rock very gently side to side, or you're going to walk your hands, your right foot, and over your left foot. And repeat. If you start to get a little bit of a head rush, go ahead and slowly inhale, come on back up, take a deep breath. And repeat, we're gonna bring our chin down to our chest. Roll through. Back to our right foot. Over to the left. 2 more times. And slowly roll it up. All right, we're gonna go into a downward dog. So we're gonna find some space. Make sure I have my timer today. So we are gonna be really holding these stretches. All right. Roll through, chin down to the chest. Walk those hands out, nice and slow, until you come into your nice downward dog position, whatever position works best for you. Pedaling those feet, pressing the heels down one at a time. Bending and straightening. And from here, we're going to walk it out a little bit further into a plank. Bring it down. Hold here. Work a little bit of that core. Bring your left foot forward. Take a nice big breath. Bring those hips down a little bit further. Make sure you are pressing through this heel and it's in that nice right angle. If you're struggling a little bit, drop that knee. If you need a little bit more comfortability here, drop the knee down. Let's bring that left arm up. Feel free to reach a little bit back, reach straight up. And then from here, we're gonna take this left arm, we're gonna bring it in front of us. Like we are reaching for someone. Reach forward. And then bring it back in. We're gonna sit those hips back. And we're gonna straighten out this front leg. Flexing those feet. And press it back forward. Bring your hips forward and down, keeping them square to your foot. If you can drop it down onto your elbows in this position, go right ahead. Otherwise, stay up on your hands. Have both hands right on the inside of that foot if possible. Again, bring it down. We're gonna hold this. If you're down on your elbows like I am, you're gonna take your foot, you're gonna lift your toes up off the ground and turn them out to the left. And then just gently press this knee a little bit away from you. Just to open up that hip. You can also do this if you're up on your hands. Take the inside of that knee and give it a very light push out to the side. And then we're going to inhale, bring it back in line. We're going to send that leg back onto all fours. And we're going to rock down into a child's pose. Whichever child's pose you want, you can keep the knees and feet together, or you can have the toes together, knees apart. Whatever helps you get a deeper stretch here. And rest your forehead on the ground, reach those fingertips as far as you can and take some nice deep breaths. And inhale, come back up onto all fours. We're going to take our left leg, same leg that we were just working. We're going to bring it forward for our pigeon pose. So bring that leg forward. You guys have a couple options here. If you want, you can roll it out onto your butt a little bit more and come into a stag position. This is a little bit more easier to get down into, and then lean over that leg. So in that stag position, switch it over here, or again, tuck that knee under and send it straight back. feel it in that left hip. And if you don't, you can take this left foot and just bring it out. The more of a right angle you have with this knee, the more stretch you're going to feel. Hang in here. All right, we're going to bring it back up. And back to all fours. We're going to go back to our child's pose. Reach it back. And we're going to inhale back up. This time, right leg is going to come forward. You can start in that nice lifted position with that leg off the ground for a little bit more intensity here. Press those hips down. Drop that knee, tuck the toe under. Again, look down, make sure that that heel is in line with your knee. We're going to bring our right arm up. Get that nice little rotation in there. Bring it back. We're going to sit those hips back. Straighten out that leg the best you can. If you notice that you are flexing your quads or your calves in this position, try to release it. Again, it's a gentle stretch here. I know this one can be pretty intense. And we're going to bring it forward. If you can, drop it down onto your elbows in this position. If not, stay up on those hands. And next, we're going to take our foot. We're going to lift those toes up, turn them out just a few inches towards the corner, and then right hand comes to the inside of this right knee, and we're just going to lightly press it away very gently. And if this doesn't feel right for you, just keep it right back in line and keep stretching like before. Good, bring it back in line. Press those hips down one more time. Think pressing them down and forward. Send that leg back to our child's pose. Wide or narrow. Get it back for about 15 seconds. Inhale, come on up. We're going to bring our right knee forward for our pigeon on the right. Bring it forward. Try to pull that foot as close to your left hand as possible. Keep those hips square. If not, again, remember to bend this back knee as well. Lean it forward onto your hands or elbows. Great. 3 more seconds in this position. And we're going to bring it up. Send that leg back. All fours, we're going back to our child's pose. Trying toes together, knees apart. Reach it through, and then we are going to go into a thread the needle from here. Really reach those arms out. And we're going to inhale up, come up onto all fours. So options here. You can rock it back onto your feet and do it left hand threads through, and you can twist and right here, or you can pick it up on your knees and do the same thing. It's just going to be a little bit more intense. You're going to get a little bit more range of motion, and it really depends. So feel free to try both. Slide that left arm through. And if this is still not enough stretch for you, you can take this right arm and you can bring it up into the air and give it a little bit more of a twist. And then we're going to bring it back up onto all fours. Right arm is going to thread through. Turn, slide that hand out and twist and hold. And slowly inhale and come on out of it. And from here, we're going to switch it, flip it over onto our back. Slide this forward a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of our back. Lean it all the way back, flat on the ground. So from here, we're going to take this left leg, send it out nice and straight. Right leg is going to come up in the air. Wherever that leg is, where you can get it almost straight, and you can grab behind the thigh and give this leg a nice little stretch here. Pulling it in, keeping that knee straight to the ceiling. And then we're going to bend the knee in, cross it up and over to the left. Nice little cross stretch. Reach this right arm out as far to the right side as you can. And back up in line. We are going to swap legs. Inhale, pull that core in nice and tight as you switch legs. Whenever you're on your back, you want to make sure that that core is working so that our low back is pressed into the floor. Send that left leg up as straight as you can get it. Okay, if it's not very straight. As long as you're feeling that stretch through the hamstring, you're going to find right where it's tolerable and hold here. Feel free to throw in some ankle rolls. Don't cost nothing. Point and flex the feet. And bend this leg down. Pull it up and over to the right. Reach this left hand out to the side. And we're going to inhale, bring it back in line. Bring both legs into our tabletop position. Feet up in the air. We're going to reach for the insides of our feet. Knees come down on each side, and you want to just give them a nice little press down towards the floor for our happy babies. And if that starts to get a little too intense, try to loosen it up, bring the feet up a little higher. And release. We're going to bring those feet down to the floor. All right, last one. We have our right leg is going to cross over our left for our figure four stretch. If this is enough stretch for you, stay right here if you feel it working. Otherwise, go ahead and grab behind that left thigh. Lean it back. Use your elbow to help press that right knee out. And pull it into where you feel that stretch in that hip. Feel free to rock a little bit side to side. And if you want to double stretch with your left hamstring, you can extend your left leg straight and bam, double stretch. And slowly exhale, bring these legs down. We're going to swap left over the right. Hold, inhale. Grab behind that thigh, extend it up, pull it in. Use your left elbow, press that knee out. Good, take a nice deep breath. Bring that leg down. We're going to take our hands around our knees. We're going to give ourselves a nice little rock. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 up to a seated position. Roll through that spine. And we come on up. Butterfly. Bring it forward. Press that spine up. Open up those hips. Inhale. You can bring the feet into a normal cross-legged position, whatever's more comfortable. We're just going to turn and take a nice twist. Look behind. Changing on the left. Turn and look behind. And take a nice head roll all the way around. In both directions. Shake it out, roll those shoulders back. That is it for today. Thanks for joining today, everyone. If you have any questions,